Hey guys, welcome. This is episode 7. Today we're doing some legs. It's a little deviation from my standard routine, and that's because I usually do belt squats, but that machine is unavailable at the gym due to renovations at the moment. So I'm just doing a alternative workout. I'm doing some assisted lunges. I find this exercise is probably my favorite of the lunges. I find walking lunges adds a little bit too much complexity. I still do them from time to time, but in this one I can simplify the movement and overload it the way I want and still reap those benefits from standing lunges, or assisted lunges as I've called them. Next up, we've got some good mornings. I've started to pick these ones up recently. I probably need to check my form against how to do it online, but I think I'm doing it okay. I feel it in my hamstrings, and I'm going pretty light. I've got somewhat of a slight back pain that I deal with, and this is probably only one of the only hip hinges that I can do to put in my routine without aggravating my back. Back squats, deadlifts, even Romanian deadlifts tend to trigger it a bit. So this is my attempt to figure out some workarounds for that. I think I am running into a loading issue with this though, because as I go a little heavier than around 40-45 kilos, which is pretty light if we're being honest, I find that I have a few issues, or that nagging pain comes up again. And I think I need to research on how to solve that problem. I think if I strengthen maybe my core and my obliques and my lower back, then I'll be able to overload my hamstrings through these hinges. But for now, I think I just have to do what I can. I do miss deadlifting though. If I can solve this problem of my nagging back, then I think I'd like to take on heavy deadlifting again, but that's a project for the future. I'm also trying out front squats today. I never usually do these, but I find that, well, I mean, this is only very, very light because I'm starting this progression. I'm not sure if I'll keep it, but for this workout, it seems alright. But it doesn't aggravate, as I was saying, it doesn't aggravate my back, and I felt somewhat of a pump. So I may or may not continue this movement, but we'll see what happens. Now I think my form looks okay without too much reference online. I think I'm getting decent enough depth. I've got those elevated heels. I find I can't get the range of motion unless I elevate my heels with some sort of plate underneath them. And I'm really trying to make my knees track over my toes. Once again, I'm doing 3 sets. 3 sets seems to be the magic number for me at the moment. I think a lot of lifters are coming to the realization that you don't need much volume, just lots of intensity. But it's also the factor of I'm trying to balance running as well because I want to get fitter and eventually add in other stuff. And this is just such a huge time saver if I reduce my sets and volume. Next up, we've got dumbbell RDLs. Now, this weight is low enough where it doesn't aggravate my back. And it's kind of fun. I like doing this. But an issue I run into is probably the grip factor. As I've gotten stronger at this movement in the past, I found that my grip gives out. I could solve that through straps, or I could just load up the barbell. Now I've got my Physique Check. I'm sitting at around 12 to 13% body fat. You can see a little bit of separation, or okay separation in the quads. My legs are somewhat underdeveloped compared to the rest of my body. that's every lifter's nightmare, but it's something I'm working on. As in the last year, I've definitely dialed in on progressive overload, and funnily enough, they're a lot bigger than they used to be. So pencil legs today, but one day we'll have a giant set of wheels. Thanks for watching.